Hi from Brussels, dear friends from FYEG. I regret not being with you in Bad Hersfeld, but it's just too far out of my way. Nonetheless, I'm very happy that I've been offered the opportunity of talking to you just shortly to present to you a political innovation, something we are doing for the first time, but something that hasn't been done by anybody else in this way before either. I'm talking about a particular element of our common European campaign for the European Parliament elections next year, of which of course you're going to be a part, and I understand that this is what you're going to be discussing in the next hour or so. And it's very good that you're focusing on that, because it's just 9 months from now that we will be having the European elections. And I'm sure you know that, or many will know, that the European Greens were the first European family, political family, to ever organize a common campaign like that 10 years ago. We built on the experience in 2009, and now we're doing it for the third time, but we're moving forward also. What we're going to do, and this is called the European Green Primary, is we will invite grassroots activists, Green Party members, also sympathizers, people who are not necessarily formally organized but share our values, share our goals, to be co-deciding who should represent the European Green family in next year's electoral campaign throughout Europe. We will select 2 leading candidates, at least one woman among them, to be the heads and the faces of our common efforts. The different member parties will nominate candidates, competitors for that primary, and it will then be up to whoever wants to participate, whoever shares our values and shares our ambitions, to finally settle who will be the lucky 2. Well, they will be lucky, but they will also have a lot of work representing all of us in the discussions with the other leaders and so on. Everybody above the age of 16 will be invited. That's one decision that we've already taken in the Green family. So we are very much looking forward to having active youth participation. That's why we are happy that FYEG has been extremely supportive of the idea of running the primary. The primary will be a pan-EU primary, so it will run simultaneously in all the 28 member states. It will run for a while between middle of November and end of January. And everybody using their computers, their laptops, their smartphones, whatever, can electronically participate in this decision. We hope that this will give very positive, important signals to the public. First of all, when Greens talk about grassroots democracy, we also live our talk. We implement what we advocate. We show that it's possible to have a political practice that reduces the distance between citizens and the policy-making process. Every citizen sympathizing with green thinking can become an active participant without first needing to join a party formally. Second, we want to show that we can make progress with regard to having a pan-European democracy. Oftentimes, commentators and pundits complain that it's so difficult to develop a European democracy because there's no common discussions and everything is being framed in a national context only. We changed that. We have a common effort in selecting who would be the best representatives of green thinking. Now, I hope that there will be a good choice. I know that a couple of very promising candidates are thinking about running in this primary, and I also hope that it will create visibility for the Green family. Obviously, it will provide some attractiveness to the media. Some e-democracy groups from different countries have already taken very keen interest in what we're doing, because we're kind of being trailblazers for e-democracy and direct democracy if we're successful with a primary. So I expect some attention, and of course we also want to use the active discussions and conversations with citizens to remind them that there's going to be a European election in May, and to help increase participation by increasing attention for the process that is going on. In the committee of the European Green Party, we're all united very much and enthusiastic about the prospect. In the council in Madrid, there was a huge majority supporting the idea, and we've had a lot of pledges of support from the member parties since. So we're now on the way of organizing that. We're teaming up with a consultancy from Madrid. Big mistake. Not Madrid, Barcelona. Forgive me, Catalonia. We're teaming up with a consultancy from Barcelona, who are a real technology leader with regard to electronic democracy, and setting up the process. We count on you, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity for young Greens throughout Europe to play an active role in the context of our common campaign. Of course, the common campaign will not be restricted to the primary. We will try to do common transnational events, starting with twinning cities maybe, and other ideas. If you have time to discuss that kind of stuff, we would be extremely interested in your input also. We will, of course, have common posters. Happily, if we succeed, you will see the same images from all the way from northern Finland to Sicily, or from Portugal to Hungary, and a lot of other stuff online. And we will also, by the way, in order not to forget that, we will also organize online and offline campaigns in the context of the primary. So in Berlin and in Nordrhein-Westfalen and in Paris and in Prague and I don't know where, maybe London and Vienna. It's still not been decided, but we want to organize public discussions where green contenders for this leadership role, these leading candidates' role, will explain to the public what green policies are about and what the thrust is and what the priorities are going to be in our campaign. So I think you see that I'm enthusiastic. I know that many of you have taken a keen interest. So let's team up. Let's be very active and effective. And I'm looking forward to having a great success with the first ever Green Pan-EU Open Primary. Thanks for your attention.